This week I crawled under a bus, jump-started a 60-year-old Bedford, cut a sofa in half, dropped the same screw about 5 times, totally misjudged the size of a bus doorway, and I watched a kangaroo pick a fight with a tree. And somehow, despite all that, Betty finally moved one step closer to becoming an Airbnb. Before Betty could move anywhere, I needed to secure the air conditioning pipes underneath the bus. Sounds simple? It wasn't. There isn't much room under a Bedford, and somehow I always managed to find the most uncomfortable position possible. Then Bruce and I climbed aboard and tried to start her. Where are we? Okay. And we came to the same conclusion.
I would say
Battery. Yeah. Now the battery on these old Bedfords lives underneath the step, which is a great place for it if you're privy to this information beforehand. Ooh, listen to that. It wasn't a big move, maybe 2 feet, but after months of being slightly off level, Betty was finally sitting properly. As you can see, the roos are by the bus, but they will jump away. Oh look, Mum and Joey, another Mum and Joey. Did you see that? Mum just tramples over her Joey. They'll hang out back there for a while, I think. And I'm going to start again on the bus. So this is a bit of a budget build. Sometimes if you go to, for example, Mitre 10, they have the offcuts in the bin. And I just asked the guys, do you mind if I take a few bits? Last time I was there, I just picked up these and I didn't know what I was going to use them for yet. I've just pulled them apart. And I'm using these bits for down the side of my bed, and this is perfect. So I just need to fill a few holes up and sand it back, paint it, and it's fine. And I really like the idea of reusing materials rather than buying new stuff. So wherever I can do that, I will. So here is where I am painting the sides of the bed. It's where the doona falls down. So you won't really see it, but I think it's nice to seal it off and paint over it. And I've got lots of paint from other renovations, so it's good to be able to actually use it, and it seems to be okay. What I found doing this build is I'm sort of listening to all sorts of music. This is Arctic Monkeys. They've got a really cool vibe, and I don't know, some music just works better when you're building or renovating. It sort of gives you a bit of motivation. The oak shelves needed filling before finishing. The instructions said 1% hardener, which sounds very scientific until you're standing there trying to guess what 1% actually looks like. Then came what feels like half my life these days, sanding, followed by more sanding, and then some additional sanding. Not everything this month was about Betty. There were eye tests, work trips, family and friend visits, and my brother even came and replaced my blinds. But whenever I could steal a few hours, the bus kept moving forward. My other big project is converting this very old couch. I've had it in my family for a couple of decades. I don't know when it was made, but it's very retro looking, but very well made. So this is the couch. And what I plan to do is make it into dining chairs with a table that converts into a single bed. I'm going to create a base for it, a table that slips into the base and the cushions go on top to make the single bed. And it's close to a single bed size, just a little bit thinner. And I think it'll be really great once it's an Airbnb. If families have young children, it will be very handy. And I just like to recreate things rather than buy. So I think people think I'm a little bit mad trying to do something with this couch because it's so old. I think that this is going to turn out amazing. I really do. I can see the end result. I just have to work out how to get there with the building the base and so on. But I don't think it'll be too hard. It will just be time consuming. Well, I'm sitting in what might be the new dinette, dining area for Betty, and my next door's dog has just decided to come and visit, and he quite likes it. Oh no, she quite likes it. So I'm thinking of moving it back here opposite the kitchen. The fridge was meant to be there, but I sort of feel like it's cool in the corner. I will take that arm off. It is very bulky, but I like that. It feels cozy and comfortable. I'm going to ponder it.
Most people would look at it and see a tired old brown couch. I looked at it and saw a dinette. There were no plans, no drawings, no measurements, just a rough idea and a willingness to start creating.
The blower is useless in the process.
Looking back, it probably did look completely ridiculous. Foam everywhere, timber everywhere, fabric everywhere, but somehow I could see where it was heading. Then I hit a small problem. And this is why I rarely use glue, so it's easier to correct my mistakes. Once the chairs were roughly in position, I wanted to see how the space felt. So naturally, I made a coffee and pretended to work.
I sort of see Betty Bedford as an alternative workspace for me. So when I just feel like a different environment, when she's not booked out, I'll walk down under the trees by the dam, plonk up with my laptop and do a few projects, or maybe some video editing. Maybe that's where I do video editing. There's no shade where she is right now, so there's too much glare on my laptop, and so it's impossible to work in that spot. But I think when she's under the trees, I think it'll be a beautiful spot to work. And that's why I sort of wanted some comfy chairs rather than just dining chairs. So I'm actually really loving this area, and I think it's hard for other people to see the vision.
And my lovely neighbours, Marnie and Anne, helping me put together IKEA kitchen cabinets. Wally came to visit for the weekend, and his mate just happened to be a carpenter.
And while Sharon sorted screws for me, Jeff offered to install my outdoor bathroom door.
Remember that one I bought from Marketplace for $10, the very heavy hardwood door? He installed it for me, and I'm grateful. And Wally, as always, doing the jobs I can't find time for.
I'm going to attempt to put this IKEA shelf in my outdoor bathroom. So I have to drill through tiles, which I haven't done before, but I have a special drill bit, which apparently is not a masonry bit, it's a special bit for tiles. So, and I'm supposed to spray water on there as well. Let's see how it goes. So far I've dropped this little thing 5 times.
Part of the outdoor bathroom renovation is putting together IKEA furniture. but it was made a little bit more bearable doing it inside, watching TV, having Mouse's company, and a nice red wine. My next project for the outdoor bathroom was making a stand to lift up the shelving. Okay, so today's Sunday. I felt very accomplished yesterday with the bus. I did all the hard bits that I'd been putting off. So today I'm doing quite a few things, but one is see behind me. That is the bathroom block I got from Marketplace a couple of months ago. It's been plumbed up, it has power, the door has been replaced, and now I need to strip the door, sand it back, fill it in, and I'll probably paint it another day. But yeah, I am not going to put this off. I'm going to do it first thing. It's about 8 a.m. and the day is very cloudy and it's supposed to be quite warm today, but yeah, let's see how it goes.
Somebody call out to your brother, he's calling out your name. And I said, somebody call out to your brother, he's calling out your name. Won't you bring back that miracle?
Okay, so that is the first stage done. Not particularly enjoyable, and I have a lot more to do. This is just one side of it I've done so far. So I want to make it really nice. Now, it doesn't look really nice right now. As you can see, it's an old bathroom from Marketplace, but all the tiling and the fittings and everything are pretty good quality, and I don't mind the look. I have bought a few bits and pieces to make it nicer, but I've got a fair bit to do. I'll show you through now. The power's connected, the plumbing is connected, so it's all in use. You can use the toilet, it's got hot water, and as you can see, the cladding around it is really ugly. It's really bad. It looks like there used to be a couple of windows here which have all been boarded up. I've got my separate little hot water there. I'm probably going to put almost like a laundry sink here to wash dishes when we need to wash up paint and things like that. This was an old, I think, sewing table that was left with the property, and I'm trying to think of what to make with it, but I might actually make it the stand for the laundry sinks. So this door was put on about a week ago. So yesterday I paint stripped it on one side, then ran out of paint stripper, so I've still got to do this side here, and then I will fill it and sand it and paint it. And inside here, so to the left, so this was all here, all this tiling, which is quite neutral, so it's really good. And all the tapware was here. So I've just installed a curtain which goes all the way around, and just a couple of $6 IKEA curtains for now, but I will get something better quality when I'm ready to. And so the toilet's fine, full length mirror, and I bought this little beauty from IKEA, which is perfect. But today what I'm going to do is because I want to lift it up a little bit, it's not quite the right size, so I'm going to make a little stand for it and probably paint it black. And here I bought this from IKEA as well, which is also pretty perfect. I can hang towels on it as well as a little bit of storage, and that will go on the other side of the sink here. And then I think I'm going to make a border to go around the mirror. See, there's a few holes where I guess lights have come out. Well, I've had these down lights, I don't need extra lighting. So I might put a little sign there, I might put a border around the mirror here, and maybe another sign there. I haven't decided yet. It came with this little basin, which originally I wanted to replace because it's pretty average, and I wanted a very long basin, but then it was just a bit too much trouble and expensive. So instead I'm making do with this little setup. So today I'm going to clean out this bathroom, and I'm going to finish the inside if I can. So that is my day today, and such a beautiful day. Such a beautiful day. Most days out here are beautiful, to be honest. Okay, so what I'm trying to work out is whether I want the top of this even with the sink, or the top of this even with the sink. But because I've already made this panel down the bottom, I think I'm going to keep it that way. But now I'm just working out, because it's not quite wide enough, do I centre it, do I make it hard flush up against the wall and even put a bit of silicone down there, and then maybe a strip of board here. I know it's probably not a big deal, but like things to look built in, so I'll keep working on it. This was the cutest little Joey. I reckon he was going through the terrible twos. You can see him, he'll go up to his mum and then quickly run off and then quickly run back. Baby kangaroos spend about 6 months mostly inside the pouch, then slowly start venturing out while still returning for food and safety. And as you can see here, the Joey is eating the grass while still in the pouch. Then there was this bloke. I have absolutely no idea what he was doing. Fighting a tree, flirting with a tree, arguing with a tree. Your guess is as good as mine. Yep, but looking a little bit closer, I think he thinks it's a female kangaroo.
This is the part I've been waiting for. For months, Betty has been parked temporarily while I worked on her close to the shed. But now we're finally marking out her permanent home. Overlooking the dam, surrounded by gum trees, exactly where I imagined she'd be when I first bought this place. And Mark, my awesome neighbour, helping me clear the spot for Betty.
One of the many sleeping positions Jaffa has. Is it weird that I don't want to move because I don't want to make him uncomfortable?
Now, while I work very hard on Betty, these two remain committed to doing absolutely no work whatsoever. A few months ago, this was just an old bus. Now it's starting to feel like a place. There's still plenty left to do, but for the first time, I can really picture guests looking out at that view, watching the kangaroos, drinking their morning coffee, and enjoying everything I love about this little corner of the world. Thanks for coming along with me, and if you'd like to see how Betty's story unfolds, I'd love to have you along for the ride.